That's all it took. A single word, just 7 letters. Twitter timelines exploded with hot takes. TikTok users broke down every lyric, every body language moment from their past. That's exactly what people everywhere were wondering. And probably why you're watching this video right now. Before we dive into what Selena said and what it might mean, take a moment to like this video and subscribe to the channel. It's totally free and helps us keep bringing you the stories you care about. Even a single emoji or short comment can feel loaded with meaning. This time, it's no different, pain and maybe a touch of sarcasm. But before we start guessing, let's look at what triggered all this in the first place. Justin didn't just drop a random album. He released something raw, vulnerable, and way more emotional than anyone expected. No lead single, no promo tour, no warning, just a sudden midnight post with the caption, "This one's been sitting in my heart for years." When fans saw the album title Swag, confusion kicked in. Was it a throwback to his old swaggy days from 2012, the purple hat era? But as people listened, it became clear. This was a personal letter. Justin opened up about old wounds, mistakes, and things he struggled to let go of. One standout line comes from the song Daisies, where he sings, "I left flowers where your tears used to fall." The lyrics are soft, poetic, and feel like they come straight from the heart. Fans quickly reacted, and it didn't take long before the comments flooded with her name. Daisies feels like a song never meant to be shared, a letter full of regret, quiet love, and the uneasy feeling of trying to move on without really letting go. Almost like he's talking directly to someone. Specific, one lyric hit especially hard. "I told the therapist your name." Raw, painful, and incredibly honest. It's like listening to someone's private thoughts, the kind of thing you'd say in a late-night text or a moment of weakness. There's healing in the song. Yes, but also the sense that some wounds still haven't closed. Then there's Butterflies, which stands apart from the rest of the album. It's lighter, more hopeful, but still emotional. A simple line that says so much: guilt, realization, maybe even an apology hidden beneath. The idea of someone holding on to something beautiful instead of letting it grow or move on hit a lot of people hard. By the time listeners finished the whole album, the reaction was clear. This wasn't just Justin looking back, it was him looking inward, reflecting on what went wrong and what it meant for him emotionally. It felt real, mature, and way more personal than anything he's put out in a long time. But then came the question everyone was waiting for. What would Selena say? She's known for staying classy, supporting his marriage in the past, and avoiding rumors. So when she finally reacted to Swag, the world watched closely. No essay, no live stream, no interview, just a simple reply to a fan asking what she thought of Justin's new album. Her response? Seriously. Just one word. And yet, it got people talking non-stop. Fans began decoding that single word like it was a puzzle. Some think it was sarcastic, like, seriously? Still writing songs about me? That theory picked up fast, especially since Swag is packed with emotional messages, and Selena has said before she's focused on protecting her peace. If she did listen, it might have brought back feelings she'd tried hard to move past. Another popular take? Her comment wasn't shady at all. Some believe she actually meant seriously, like, "This is good." Maybe she was surprised by how honest and emotional the songs were. Maybe it touched her unexpectedly. The thing is, with just one word, you can never be sure, and that's what keeps fans glued to this story. Every move between these two, even after all these years, still sparks endless conversations, whether it's a song lyric, a social media comment, or an old photo resurfacing. People can't help but try to figure out what it all means. Selena's an artist too. She knows what it's like to create something deeply personal. Maybe when she heard the songs, she wasn't rolling her eyes. Maybe she was genuinely moved by how raw and open Justin allowed himself to be. A one-word answer that sounded simple, but sent the internet spinning. It didn't reveal much, but it sparked thousands of conversations. No matter what she meant, they've both moved forward. Shouldn't we all have let go by now? But the truth is, we haven't, because something about your first love just sticks with you. Mix in worldwide fame, emotional songs, breakups, and years of unresolved feelings. Suddenly, it's not just a breakup. It becomes part of pop culture history. Their story never had a clean ending, and that's what keeps us hooked. Most fans don't even want them back together anymore. Maybe it's just a sign that even the hardest relationships leave something meaningful behind. What's striking about swag isn't just the references that might point to Selena. It's how Justin handles it. He's not blaming anyone. He's not bitter. He's clearly trying to reflect and grow, this time. He's not the kid from the tabloids. He's someone who's lived through regret and is finally facing it head on. That honesty matters not just for him or Selena, but for anyone who's ever tried to move on from someone they once loved. Because, let's be real, who hasn't? Said seriously in that same frustrated, confused, or even impressed way after hearing from an ex. The real lesson here? Growth doesn't always look perfect. It's messy. Look at Justin. You can love where you are, and still look back sometimes. You can be healing, and still get tripped up by the past. You can be grateful for what you have while still feeling the sting of what you lost, if you've ever found yourself torn between letting go and holding on. You're not alone. Justin might just be leading the charge for people still processing old love stories. So now people ask, what's next for Selena and Justin? Honestly, does it even matter anymore? They're not rekindling anything. That chapter is closed. This isn't a throwback to 2013, but that doesn't take away from the fact their story meant something for a whole generation. They were the couple. Their ups and downs, their music, their growth, all part of how fans experienced their teenage years and early adulthood. Their songs became the soundtrack to heartbreaks, crushes, and figuring life out. So when Selena replies with seriously, maybe it's not sarcasm, maybe it's her way of closing the book. Or maybe it's a reminder that even celebrities are still working through stuff. Just like the rest of us. Every era has its unforgettable pair. No matter how much time passes. They represent something bigger than just a relationship. And now, swag paired with Selena's quick comment feels like the last paragraph in a story we've been watching unfold for over a decade. This whole thing was never about who was right or who walked away first. It's about facing the truth that love doesn't always end cleanly. Sometimes it lingers, whether you want it to or not, and even when people move on, part of them still remembers. So the next time someone says seriously, it might not just be a reaction. It could be closure, a quiet moment of reflection, or even respect for what once was. What do you think Selena meant? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Send this to that friend who still listens to nothing like you late at night. Or just take a second and think about it. Feelings like this aren't meant to be rushed. Let the internet have its say, but deep down, we all know what this really feels like. After all the rumors, tweets, videos, and breakdowns, what's left is something very real. Not just for Selena and Justin, but for anyone watching. Behind every viral reaction is real emotion, something human. Maybe Justin didn't put out swag to stir up headlines. Maybe he just needed to get something off his chest. Maybe it's been sitting there for years, unspoken. And maybe Selena seriously wasn't a jab. Maybe it was her way of saying goodbye. The kind of goodbye that doesn't need a long explanation. But here's where it gets interesting. Right around the time swag came out, fans noticed something new on Selena's Spotify playlist. Quietly, without saying a word, she added songs about moving forward, staying strong, and finding peace. No direct shoutouts. No drama. Just a subtle change in tone. It felt intentional. And honestly, it probably was. Meanwhile, Justin has stayed completely silent since the release. No interviews. No Instagram captions. No attempts to explain any of the lyrics. Nothing. And in a way, that silence says more than words ever could. It feels like both of them are done trying to explain their past to us, and maybe even to each other. That's why people still care. Because this goes beyond two famous people. It's about all of you. The things we never say, the feelings we hold on to, the closure we sometimes don't get. So, whether Selena seriously was sarcastic, supportive, or her final sign-off, it already did its job. It brought closure to a story we've all been quietly following for years, and it reminded us that even the most complicated stories can find their ending.